Collective, welcome to the channel. It is September 24th, 2025, and we're going to check right in with Spirit, see what storyline they'd like to share with us. I hope you're doing well. The day has treated you kindly. Thanks for being here. Collective energy, please. Spirit, collective energy. Storyline for the collective, please. Storyline for the collective, please, Spirit. What story would you like the collective to know? Please and thank you. Alright, in the central energy. Whoo, strength. You may be dealing with a challenge, overcoming it. In the challenge position, whoo, came out and flipped into the reverse. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Somebody has worked without reward. They're feeling stuck. Being careless. Maybe you're being careless. You're dealing with somebody who's being careless. In the subconscious. The Fool. New beginnings. New adventure. In the recent past. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Abundance. Starting a new career, perhaps. A new cycle begins. Intentions and expectations. Ten of Cups. Divine love. Ooh la la. In the near future. Well, we've got the Page of Cups, but it came out reversed. Somebody's being irresponsible. They're disappointed. Emotional immaturity. The lens is being looked through. Two of Cups, connection. Partnerships are coming together in the environment. The Chariot. Moving forward. Victory for the power of two, darling. Hopes and fears. Four of Pentacles. And the outcome. Two of Pentacles. Some things need to be balanced out. Some kind of negotiations are going on. King of Swords knows the truth about the history here. And some folks are getting released due to that truth. And justice is being served. You're gaining your freedom. King of Cups is the Sun. Love of divine masculine has been reborn, rebirthed. And they're hard at work here. Mastery. The Emperor. Creating a stable foundation regarding the devil and this Prince Charming passion, you know, lust energy. They have lost your wish come true. It's for you. King of Wands is a natural leader, and he's here with his team celebrating abundance. Yeah. Look at this. This is a big old stem of sage. Like that in a couple spots here. Yeah. Good stuff. So, strength. You may be dealing with some kind of a issue that you're having to be strong for, courageous for. Maybe you're stepping into the unknown here with the Fool card, this new beginning, and you're doing so with blind faith. You're going for it. We've got patience. Just a few more months. Good things are coming to those who wait. We've got Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. You might be feeling stuck. You might feel that everything's stagnated, like nothing's really happening, right? You've probably been waiting for a reset your whole life. You might be feeling frustrated that you haven't received your reward yet. Or this could just be a Knight of Pentacles in reverse, a South Node Knight of Pentacles, feeling stuck because they've been working without reward regarding love spells. So their love spells aren't working. Somebody is trying to challenge you with these stupid love spells and it's not working. You got a new beginning here with the Fool. A new beginning here. Blind faith, darling. You're going for it. We know, and you got your heart open. You've got your heart open. And it's incredible that your heart is still open after everything that you've been through. Not just in this life, but previous lives too that you may not have memory of. In the recent past, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. You may have come into some abundance, or you may have gotten a new job. You may have started something new. We've got air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and we have gambling. So there may be a air sign who gambled you. They took a risk. Maybe they took a risk. This says problems with addiction or gambling and bad finances. But you've got Ace of Pentacles here, a new career. Alrighty then. Well, let's look at this. We've got the Ten of Cups here, divine love. Let go. Ten of Cups is letting something go. Divine love, harmony, blissful relationship. You're letting something go to make room for the new beginning on its way to you now. So it could be that those recently, perhaps spiritually bonded power couples are letting things go. These double energies, these love spell energies. Page of Cups reverse, South Node page is frustrated and disappointed. South Node Knight of Pentacles, South Node Page of Cups. There's no love in this person, this young person. Pets. There's irresponsibility with pets. could be doing something with pets. Maybe they've got emotional immaturity. Maybe they're getting a pet and they're going to learn how to take care of it. We've got the Two of Cups here. Partnerships, mutually attracted, and they'll be back. It's a marriage connection. Expect to hear from them soon. We've got the Chariot, a victory, a journey, movement. Forward movement. We've got liar. Be careful if somebody's sneaky. You've got a victory over a liar. We've got the Four of Pentacles. It could be scarcity or a solid foundation. We've got distance in the reverse. Solid foundation, scarcity in the near future or happening now to a liar because you've gained victory. There could be some kind of negotiations they want to do, or maybe they're just weighing their options because they've lost everything. And we've got yes, luck is on your side. Fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody may be keeping their eye on you, and the answer is no. So no, somebody may not be able to spy on you. Fire sign, like that's over. And we've got everything in divine timing. These third-party enemies want to communicate regarding challenges with commitment. There could be a confession. There could be some kind of confession. Maybe they want to confess. But we've got you will be traveling soon, and Mercury retrograde. So traveling, going back, and you're divorcing out of date night. Like you're no longer dating. Why? Because you are already in a union. We've got a narcissist earth sign, too full of themselves, told to move on. Move on. Because you are birthing a new chapter in your life, a new cycle. There could be a water sign, third party, who wants to get an intimate encounter with you. They want to gold dig. They want to manifest some financial stuff off of you. But you're moving, and health issues could arise. They need to be cautious because your guardian is here, intuitively connected to you. Maybe they know that as well. But there's nobody able to spy on you, fire sign. It looks like the boundaries in your environment, in your energy and such have been shored up. You're getting a little more privacy, perhaps, from the astral projectionist and the astral traveler that has been in your house. You're very strong here. Just a few more months. Things are coming to those who wait. Good things. You're patient. You're very strong. You're very patient. Friendship. You got some friendship. Just a few more months. You're going to have some kind of a friendship. We've got a South Node, Knight of Pentacles, trying to do love spells. They're feeling stuck. It's not working. They're working without reward. Love. Love. They're trying to do a love spell in order to get your love. You've got a new beginning here. Your heart is open to your friends. You could be challenged by this careless South Node Knight of Pentacles doing love spells on you, trying to tap into your love, trying to get a commitment. Your heart is open. You've got a new beginning and you trust it. You're connected inwardly. So the inner voice is guiding you correctly. God is guiding you correctly. You've got an Ace of Pentacles here, abundance. And there's an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Took a gamble with you in the past. They weren't about relationships that served the higher good. They gambled you. They didn't like you. They didn't want you. And you were a grateful, thankful person. So they didn't want a relationship with somebody who is grateful and thankful. Or maybe, you know, yeah, they gambled you. They gambled you and threw you away. They threw away gratitude. We've got 10 of Cups, union, and letting go with gifts of the soul that benefit you and others. So it's like the power couples are together and they're clearing the foundation with the gifts of their soul. We do have a South Node Page of Cups, frustrated regarding pets. They may be getting a pet. We've got balance. They may need a pet in order to bring balance to themselves. They're using pets for their love. We've got the Two of Cups here. Partnership. Expect to hear from them soon. We've got humor in the reverse. Somebody's not happy about it. You've got a victory over a liar. And death in the reverse. A liar. So somebody lied. They're trying to be sneaky. They're not able to unalive you. They weren't able to unalive you. They're trying to be sneaky. We've got Four of Pentacles. It's either scarcity or a solid foundation. It could be scarcity for this liar. And we've got distance in the reverse. So this could also be solid foundation. You've got a victory here. You've got a solid foundation, and it's happening right now. You and your partner may be physically coming together. It's like it's coming together here. And we've got success. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. This liar isn't able to unalive you. Somebody lied about you being dead. Somebody lied about you being dead. Imagination. You're managing multiple priorities with this Two of Pentacles. Luck is on your side. In the imagination. You're being very creative. We've got acceptance of a change. Empathic. Connected to your intuition. Abundantly. Limitless. Somebody's in doubt. They have to surrender. They're in fear. Regarding your courage, your peace, your discipline, your service, your perseverance over what these prideful people were guilty of doing to you. The envious ones are receiving a denial of health, of growth, or they denied their taking care of their own health, their own growth. They didn't expand. They were blaming you and your damn happiness and your purpose. They figured that your happiness was responsible for making their life okay, but they were lying about you being dead or dying. They actually sacrificed you into some other place, and then they told other people that you were dead. They're under judgment because you've gained your freedom. You're liberated here, and now everything's out. And they're worried here. They're wanting forgiveness, or they're worried about you being forgiven for the framework that they were trying to stick to you. They're in grief. They're in regret because everybody knows the truth. The divine knows the truth. Very patient. Their adversity failed. love, darling. Cheerful, happy, joy, joy, money, and reunion with friends. Yes, sirree. You're very strong here. Good things come to those who wait. Just a few more months. You've got friendship and understanding. You understand that friends are in your life for a reason and you're not messing around with it like so many others do. We've got doctor. You may be friends with a doctor. Somebody may be a doctor. Oh, they got a false doctor providing services for a house to steal houses. A pleasure seeker foe. This doctor has been putting out false death certificates. It's a service that they were providing so that they could steal people's houses. Pleasure-seeking foes. They lied about your death. Somebody put out a false death certificate on you. Somebody tried to make it appear as though you were dead and you weren't. There's a freaking doctor who filed a false death certificate so that they could take your house. Now they're in prison. Your friends are putting them in prison. Just a few more months now. Freaking doctor doing false death certificates and then stealing the wealth from people. It's like what? God lined you up with the house? And then you got some freaking jackwagon over here filing false death certificates so that you never receive the reward that God means for you. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, working without reward. They're doing love spells, trying to tap into your love. See, they needed to get a connection with you so that they could get into your energy and then claim your energy and your gifts and then file a false death certificate on you and then bury you somewhere where nobody would ever find you. They've lost hope. They're trying to do a love spell to get back into your love, your good graces. They don't have any hope of this. They don't have any hope for love. You've got a new beginning here. Blind faith. You're open. Your heart is open. You trust the inner voice that is guiding you. You know that it's not an enemy. You're an abundant being. A new cycle is beginning for you. You could have gotten a new job. It's a new venture. And there's an air sign here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, who took a gamble on you. They were not in relationship with you, or they were not about relationships that serve the higher good. You're grateful. You're thankful. They didn't want you. They took a gamble. They didn't want, look, they tried to flip a sweetheart. They didn't want a relationship with a sweetheart. A grateful, thankful sweetheart. So what did they do? They took a gamble and then martyred you, lied, said that you were dead so that they could steal your house, your wealth, your spiritual inheritance. This freaking doctor out there falsifying death certificates. And that's what these ones have been talking about too. They've been talking about death certificates. They've been talking about suicide. They've been talking about tattoos, plastic surgery, dental records. They've been falsifying death certificates so that they could take over the life of others. But you're alive. Here they are, living in your house, trying to take over your house, and you're right here. It's like, hello? You're not sick. So you're in this power couple union, divine love. You're making room for the new beginning that's on its way now. You've got gifts of the soul that benefit yourself and others. You're not sick. You're a healer. There is a South Node Page of Cups here, being very irresponsible with pets in order to try to bring balance to themselves. They might be hurting pets. They did something irresponsible with pets, trying to bring balance to themselves, and they're waiting for the results. Two of Cups are coming together, these marriages. Expect to hear from them soon. Somebody's not happy about this. Somebody's not happy because you've got the fortune. The fortune is yours. You've got a victory here. You're in your chariot. You're going places. They lied about you dying. You did not die. You're very much alive. You're victorious here in your chariot. You're not fighting anybody. Somebody lied about you being dead. Somebody lied about you being a soldier. Somebody lied about you unaliving people. Death. This soldier, whoever this soldier is that was lying about you, they're dead. They're coming up on death. You're not going to be dealing with these soldiers anymore who tried to falsify death documents on you so that they could steal your freaking house. Here. They wanted your foundation, your solid foundation. You're getting it here. And it's not in a distant future. It's happening right now. You and your lover are coming together. Wife. Enjoy. Happiness. It's in the near future. They lied. You did not die. But that soldier is going to die because you weren't a soldier or nothing. This is over, man. You got the Two of Pentacles here, weighing your options, managing yourself well. Luck is on your side regarding the mental body, the imagination, creation. Servant in the reverse. You're nobody's servant. So they can't tap into your mental body anymore. Whoever this soldier servant is that lied about you being dead, that falsified death certificates, trying to steal your house, your spiritual inheritance, your material wealth. Surprise, you're faithful. This scholar is signed. They lied so hard on you. This old woman is in melancholy, getting a letter from the merchant. They got to sell something. They were told, young women and children, innocent, for money. The money that belongs to this reunion. You got a friend wanting a conversation with you. They can't get out of their thoughts. They're in despair. They got a message about them constantly being in the room with this priest. The room for me is the mental body. It could be a room in your house, astral projection, remote viewing, whatever. Trying to spy on the gift that was getting married and going on a journey. Here. There's a widower here. Somebody wanted to widow you. Somebody wanted to widow you who got their wings. Or maybe somebody is widowed now because you're out of there. They've got misfortune, house on fire. They need consolation. They're praying to the Lord because they're just a dumbass. We've got happiness here and love, and somebody is all freaking messed up about that. They lied about you dying. And what are you doing? You're showing your face, you're speaking, you're singing, you're wherever you are, doing whatever you do. And they wanted you hid. They wanted you silenced. And they're so mad. You're not supposed to be talking about your experiences or what it is that you've got going on in relationship with the divine, with source, with family unseen, perhaps from the outer edges of the multiverse. Take it as it resonates. You have a far reach. You're a powerful being. You're a sweetheart that's focused on relationships that serve the higher good. But whoever this air sign was not. They martyred you. They did not want this grateful, thankful sweetheart. All they wanted was the money, the wealth that they could get from betraying this sweetheart. They lied about this sweetheart dying. They're very much alive. Very strong, very patient, very friendly. Your friends are looking at this doctor who falsified a death certificate. They provided this service for gaining a house. And this is what this doctor does. This doctor files false death certificates. They come up with cadavers on suicides. They do all this stuff, and then they redistribute the wealth that is supposed to be for this real person. Look, competition. It was no competition. It was outright identity theft, forgeries, false documentation, brutality in the utmost. They're doing love spells, trying to tap into your love. They need your love energy. They need your passion energy. And all they are is freaking foul men trying to brutalize a beautiful, strong feminine so that they can steal what belongs to her. They don't even like women. They love each other. But they use the woman who brings forth life, who the Lord or God has gifted a whole bunch of goodness to, so that she could take care of these children and raise them in a good way. And you've got these masculines out here who want to cornhole each other, who are filing false death certificates on this sweetheart so they can take the house. And then they're getting a cadaver, and they're saying, "Oh yeah, they aren't alive. They're no longer living." And then what do they do with the real one? Where's the freaking merchant? These so-called men, God must be furious. These so-called men, made in the image of God, out here behaving this way regarding divine feminine, the mother. We've got remember. So they're out here trying to do a love spell, tap into your love. They don't have any hope here because you remember what the hell they've been doing. You know what they've been doing. You've got a new beginning here. You're out of here. It's like, you know what? Your heart is still open, surprisingly, to the inner voice that guides you. You know that they're not your enemy. Now these other ones are just a bunch of lying, fraudulent, forging, scam artists, thieves that hate women and love cornholing each other. But they can't make anything. They don't build any. They command it. Oh, I'm the big man. But they don't build or generate or create anything good. All they can create is a forged document, a freaking cadaver, and brutality toward a sweetheart, because they don't want a relationship that serves the higher good. They just want the stuff that comes with the sweetheart that is used to create the higher good. You're trustworthy. You're not anybody's enemy. Look, we've got Ouija board here. There could be spirits here. Maybe the spirits don't think you're an enemy. Maybe the dead don't think you're an enemy. Maybe these ones lied to them. I mean, they were wheeling and dealing in the life force vitality of the living. They were stealing it from alive people and then offering the deceased an opportunity to sing and dance and play in the script and just speak it perfectly. All the proper words, please. There's an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They gambled with that sweetheart. They put her in the freaking grave, man. They tried to sacrifice this sweetheart. And maybe they did in a previous life. And in this life, this jackwagon who had a spiritual contract with a false death document drawing off of your spiritual inheritance, your account, forcing you to serve them and transmute their shit energy. You're in a new union here, or maybe you're letting it go. Whoever this community is of divine love, it's letting them go. You've got gifts of the soul that benefit you and others, and you're not sick. This tribe can't touch you. You're no longer part of this tribe. You're not dealing with this tribe. They're sick in the head. You're not dealing with them. You've got a Page of Cups here, South Node, doing irresponsible things with a pet, trying to bring balance to themselves. They're waiting. And they're horse playing around. They're just playing around. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They're a page. Irresponsible. Hurting pets. Trying to bring balance to themselves. There's nothing beneficial to their presence here. They harm others. Trying to bring balance to themselves. So in order to try to bring balance to their own damn self, look, man. They're horse playing around. They're irresponsible. They're out there being a jackass, hurting somebody, trying to gain balance. I'm like, are you serious? Who taught you that torturing something and taking its life, bloodletting and all that crap was the way to success? I don't know, man. Perfection. You didn't take any shortcuts. You didn't cheat. You didn't cut any deals. You're in your chariot. You've got a victory. You're moving on. They lied about you dying. You're very much alive. You're not a soldier of death. You're not a soldier of death. They tried to bring death to you, but you're very much alive. They lied. This soldier is going to get death, most likely. Whoever has been lying. This freaking doctor who's falsifying death certificates, these men, so that they can steal the house of a sweetheart and her opportunity for a relationship that serves the higher good. Creativity. You're a creator. You bring forth life. You don't snuff it out and then call yourself successful. You've got this foundation. You've got a solid foundation, and it's happening in the near future. We've got joy here. You are successful. You are the wife. Your lover is here. You're going to be reunited real soon, it looks to me. They lied. We've got teacher here too. It may be that you have learned something. Maybe you're a new teacher. Maybe that's going to happen real soon. We've got negotiations and balancing. Yes, luck is on your side. This servant can't tap into your imagination anymore. We've got hospitality. Congratulations. They can't use your mind anymore. They're spying on your location, or maybe they're being disconnected from your location, or even having the opportunity to spy on you. Vanity wants to communicate. They were fighting with you over your status, your spiritual throne, your identity, who it is you are. A sweetheart who's all about relationships that serve the higher good with love, man. An overabundance of love. And these personalities of this ancestry from long ago, centuries ago, they decided that putting you in the grave and then lying to God, saying, oh, this limitless, eternal living angel is actually dead. Yes, well, why? Because they thought they were going to siphon and suck out the freaking life of this sweetheart like a freaking spider, vampire. They thought, oh yeah, she's dead. She's dead. Yeah, we've sucked all the life out of her. We've dissolved her and sucked it all out of her. That's what they wanted to do. That's what they wanted God to believe, but they lied. She's very much here, very much wanting to get the heck away from these stupid jerks. Their objective was to be you. This wise guy made a promise to a player that they would get your love here and now. But it's time for the Arcana to be happy. Why? Because you self-preserved. You were able to preserve yourself, and now you're getting a new compass, a new pathway. You might even get a new body. Maybe your body is getting visited by, it's getting worked on. It could be getting worked on. You might be getting some upgrades. You are defended from those hostile ghosts, these dead people who are walking around in flesh suits. They got to go around and get blood transfusions all the time because they're actually dead, and they need to replace their blood with, you know, electrically charged freaking blood from the living so that they can continue living. But they're not really alive. They're dead. I mean, without this transfusion, they would just perish. They were really hoping that they were going to be able to tap into your fluids and have some of that. I don't doubt that they still are dreaming about it. They filed a freaking false death certificate. They're just waiting to come along and take you out, move into your house. But they got to get a freaking love spell, right? They've already got the death certificate. Now they need to be your mate, your friend, so that they can move in and then you know, do you a thing. You've already got the paperwork filed. There's probably a cadaver there already too. I saw this person in the freaking morgue checking out teeth and such of a feminine. This foe is in a mental prison, or they could be actually going to prison because they were not able to sabotage you with their stupid competition. And it wasn't competition at all, because you're a sweetheart. You're a non-soldier. You don't play with death. You don't do any of that crap. You just are here to focus on yourself, to focus on the children, to focus on love, to focus on beauty, to focus on elevating relationships into the higher good, creatively, strongly, with all the love that can flow in you and through you. Jerks. So we've got the South Node 9 of Pentacles. They're doing love spells, trying to tap into your love, but they don't have any hope of it because you remember what the hell they've been doing. You're remembering what they did, and now they don't know what to do. It's like, oh no, what do we do now? You got a new beginning. Your heart is still open regardless of the tragic trauma that these ones forced upon you. Trying to keep you in South Node suffering so that they could pretend that you were dead while they sucked the life force out of you and enlivened themselves. Jerks. We've got the Fool. You've got a brand new beginning here. Your heart is open. You trust the inner voice that's guiding you correctly. You know it's not your enemy. And we've got the Ouija board. Spirits, it's too late for them to take any action. We've got time. It could be that it's too late for them to take any action in time. Like they may be out of time. And I don't know, you know, like if they're like time is a concept for this particular realm. But outside of this, there is no time. There's experiences. It could be that there's the void, and then there are higher vibrational states and lower vibrational states that are simply experiences. Now, I know in my spiritual battle over the last 20 plus years, time for me kind of melded. It kind of stopped. Because I was moment by moment by moment trying to manage my foundation. So you're grateful, you're thankful, you're an abundant being, you're coming into a new cycle, you've got a new job, a new career, a new opportunity. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, decided to gamble with you. They took a gamble on you, sweetheart. They gained a contract that you were grateful for. And then they martyred you into the freaking grave. That's what they did in the history. And they don't think it's funny now. There was nothing to reminisce about. There was nothing. Like, before you could even create memories with this jackass, they unalived you, put you in the damn grave. You were here for relationships that served the higher good. And this jackwagon flipped you into south node and stuck you in the grave. Meaning, they put you in hell. They forced you to walk through the valley of the shadow of death, the impossible path, and they did not want any memories with you. They just wanted the house, the car, the bank account, the status, the authority. They wanted your spiritual throne, but they had to marry into it or something in order to gain possession of it. You and your new person are letting them go with the gifts of the soul that you have. You're not sick. They can't make you sick. This tribe is in a south node. You're not having anything to do with them. Maybe they're out of here. You don't have, look, south, yeah, they're in south node. So this tribe is in the shadows now. They could not make you sick. They could not unalive you. They lied about you being dead. There's a doctor here filing false death certificates, and he's working with a group of people who are into plastic surgery, dental work, tattoos, matching tattoos, all of this false documentation so that these pleasure seekers, these foes, could steal your house, your body, your house of wood, and all of that good stuff that comes with being you, a freaking sweetheart who is here to elevate relationship into the higher and greater good. These are very low vibrational people. They don't want to elevate in the higher good. That high vibrational energy actually causes them pain. But they need to be in your presence in order to be balanced. This page is doing irresponsible things with this pet or pets, searching for balance. They're waiting here. They're playing around. They're playing around, trying to get a reunion. So this person is doing irresponsible things with pets. Horse playing. Selfish little bastard is disappointed. Emotional immaturity. They don't have any value or any respect or anything about these poor little pets. Two of Cups. Expect to hear from them soon. They don't think it's funny. Somebody does not think it's funny that you got all the money, honey. You are the fortune. You did not take any shortcuts. You did things by the book. Somebody lied. Somebody freaking lied. You've got the chariot. You've got the victory. And it's right out there for everybody to see. They lied about you being dead. You were not a soldier. They purposely trying to unalive you. But it looks like we've got creator here. Creativity. They're trying to get creative, bringing you death. Or this South Node soldier is receiving death by the creator because they lied about you. We've got habits. This habitual patterning will stop. This says, I don't know if it'll ever change. And God says, oh, yes, it will. You're damn right. It's going to stop, and it's going to stop right now. We've got the solid foundation. It's happening right now, and there's joy here. Success for this wife who knows that there's no greater goal than to love. She's coming into a new love. She is a lover. She loves everybody and everything. She's your friend. And you got these little jackasses out here trying to stick her in the freaking grave in the shadows. Why? Because they don't want to do the damn work to take care of themselves, to come up out of that darkness. They just want to freaking waller in the mud and call themselves God. You have an understanding of this. Your lover has an understanding of this. These ones have lied. And it's not just you. And it's not just you that they're running this crazy rhetoric through the mind. You know, this soap opera, trying to get God and all other telepaths to believe that this is how your mind works. No, it's not. You are a very sensitive transmitter receiver, a organic bioform housing a powerful spirit and soul that is connected to source divine, God, Goddess, Mother, Father, creators of all that is. And these ones want you to think that as soon as you're born, oh, you're a sinner and you deserve to be punished. Why? Because they hate God. And they hate the fact that you are so very close. See, they're warring with God. And the way that they war with God is to take this sweet offer and stick it in the grave. Because it's so close to God, so loved by God, that this is the way, the reflection that plays in the shadows fights with God by hurting you, by hurting the children of light, by hurting the children of the sun. Commitment. Congratulations on this commitment. Congratulations on this commitment. You are a wife to somebody here, inwardly connected. They're definitely not your enemy, and they're here, but they're giving death to this soldier who's been lying about you. See, this reunion was supposed to happen, and you got some jackass here that took a gamble and tried to tell your partner that you were gone, you were long gone, and they wanted to set your partner up with a copycat so that that copycat could then sacrifice your partner, your kingdom spouse, your bright and shining eternal flame. They're getting detached. They're trying to run away because the truth has been revealed about these little whores out here effing everybody over for money. It's like the more they hurt love, the more benefit they get. And it's just stupid. Now they're in regret and they're looking for an escape. They've got secrets, or maybe your destiny is secret and maybe they just can't get into your space or anywhere near you or any information in your mental body at all. They lost their telepathic ability or whatever because they're unworthy of being connected to you. And they're really feeling the absence of this irreplaceable person. The way that you love cannot be matched. You're the one who brought balance to their world. And now you're getting the new chapter that you had hoped for. Faithful, loyal, loving union. Closed loop circle of powerful solar plexus, heart, sacral energies. And it's just going to get more and more powerful between the two of you. And the more energy that you work up between the two of you, when you do birth a child, that child is going to have a fantastic amount of God's light in them. Because you are going to come together and you're going to be like, it's going to be like a storm, a beautiful tropical storm. Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. White lightning. Black square. So this competition, these two men trying to compete with you, they were not able to sabotage you. These ones do the very least to gain the very most. And that means they file fraudulent death certificates in order to lie about people being dead so that they can come along and steal their house, their car, their money. They're going to prison. And they're challenged. You're challenged. They're out here doing love spells. They're not working. None of these love spells are working. It's ridiculous. You are love, and you remember what the hell they've been doing. They're challenged by this. You know that this is how they've been doing it. It's all being remembered here, and they're out of hope. They don't know what to do. These false death certificates that they're doing right now at this shift, this change, they're trying to they're trying to gain the wealth that belongs to a freaking unicorn. And there are many of you out there. God's chosen people who he has decided to bless. The mother doesn't speak very often, you know, but she's no less potent. You can be certain of that. I saw her getting her hair done. She's a giant. Well, she's a whole lot bigger than me. Like 2.5 times bigger than your average human. There was a woman that was putting her hair into a war pony, and she was standing on a chair while the mother was seated, and she was doing her hair, and she was getting her ready for war. The mother's in there smacking the shit out of these people. All the little mini mothers out here suffering so greatly at the hands of these childish, irresponsible glory hounds. So you got a new beginning here. Your heart is open. You are attracting more love, and you trust on the inner voice here, guiding you correctly away from your enemies, the dead enemies. So you have an inner voice guiding you away from your dead enemies. And even though they're walking around in flesh suits, they're very much unalive. Their only reason that they're alive is because of these transfusions that they receive all the time. They stay young because they harvest this necessary fluid. It's too late for them to take any action. They're being warned. Red flag. God is leading you away from your enemies. They're being warned. You've got a new career here, an Ace of Pentacles, a gratitude and thankfulness. There was an air sign here that took a gamble with you. You've got some kind of a contract or some kind of a thing going with this air sign, and they weren't interested in being with you. We've got relationship that serves a higher good in the reverse. We've got sweetheart in the reverse. They've got grave. This air sign martyred you. And they martyred you before you had any chance to get to know each other. They did not want to know you. They only wanted to harvest you. This is the announcement. This is the announcement. This is a trauma-bonded shadow demon that goes around telling lies. And then they project it onto those who question it. This is a freaking narcissist. A narcissist who creates conspiracy theories about starseed empaths so that they could feed on them. If they made you believe that they weren't trustworthy, that they were bad people, that they could get you to pile onto them and hold them down while they suck the life out of them. Sweethearts, mothers, the expectation is that you've got a 10 of Cups divine love here. A beautiful union is what you've got here. You're committed to union, to relationships that serve the higher good. This person here, even though you had a contract, they didn't even, I don't think they even consummated it, to be honest with you. They got some kind of a magical freaking contract, some false contract, just like this death certificate here in the ethers. They probably did some freaking love spell in the ethers to gain a contract, and they didn't even come here to be with you in the 3D realm. They probably unalived you, forced some magical accident on you, and then took all your stuff. Your status, probably wore your energy and your identity as you were stuck there in some low vibrational state of suffering, and they sucked all the life out of you and had a grand time on your happiness. Now they can just go F themselves. This is a tribe, a South Node tribe who does things in the shadow, and they can go F off because you are taking care of yourself. You are this fashion, so you are the privileged one. You are the one who takes care of yourself. This status of privilege belongs to you. We have a fashion witch here who is wanting your billionaire status. You are the oracle, and they were trolling you hard, triggered hard, because you're taking the damn land back. You're taking this. You're taking all the stuff back. All of this stuff was yours. You're a very high level being, and you were here to take care of family, of relationships that serve the higher good, to make certain that they had their house, their land, their money, their food, everything that they needed to bring forth the new generation of human in a powerful, good way, full of love. And they didn't like that. They didn't like having to wait on you to give them this or that. And these little men here, they felt you owed them more. You owed them more. You know, they're just supposed to play around and you're supposed to be responsible. And your other party, the one that you're actually with, they lied, man. They lied. They wanted this person to believe that you were dead, and they wanted this person to choose somebody else who would eventually get them sucked back into the shadows. Freaking scheme. We've got a feral bitch out here, and she's super jealous, love bombing, gaslighting, legendary, star seeds, hoping that they can snack on the empath. This is a cult leader, a simp, doing the very most for somebody who cares the very least. This vampire, cult leader, vampire, and all their little servants out here. But we've got this influencer here, and it's like they need to stay in their own lane. They're getting a red flag. You're being warned. It's too late for you to take any action. Stay out of the oracle's energy. And this little jerk needs to stop messing with the animals. They're beautiful little light-bearing souls, and you should leave them alone. They shouldn't have to pay for your freaking irresponsible horseplay. Your brutality for gain. I don't like it. Animals are supposed to be loved, not tortured. And everybody's gotten so freaking used to the daily freaking slaughter of animals. The energy of it freaking covering every life form. This slaughterhouse, fear, panic, energy, adrenaline. It's spewing out there into the atmosphere, and empaths can feel it. It's very sad. It's very unnerving. It's not happy energy. And I think that's one reason why they like to slaughter the animals on a daily basis. Bloodbath. And you know, they're not even kind about it. Some of these men do horrific things to these animals before they actually get a chance to die. Sickening. These men. I'm not talking about your local butcher. I'm talking about what we got going on. Things. Imagination in the reverse. They can no longer tap into your mind. It could be that they don't know what to do. They weren't able to sabotage you. They have failed. They can't tap into your mind anymore. They no longer have access to your mind. This is a doctor that falsified your death certificate in the hope that they could steal your house. See, and they were talking about setting up a fake suicide with a cadaver, so then the house could also be your flesh temple, so that they could KID nap the flesh temple and then go, do mad scientist stuff with the genetics and tamper and test the mind and its power and all of that and the light. Yeah, these ones were hoping to get a hold of the flesh temple, the house, so that they could play with the consciousness, this powerful consciousness that you have. Starseed unicorn. They don't know what to do. The love spells aren't working on you. You are love, and you remember what love is. And love is not this lust, this crap energy that these careless people keep trying to stick on you. It's like they are lust. All they are is effing around. And they call it love. Ooh, well, it feels good. It must be love. Well, no, it isn't. You are a unicorn. You are eternal love. You are eternal love. These ones don't know what to do because you remember that, and you are being remembered. They've lost all hope. You are love. And they've been doing lust spells. The card says love spells, but it's not that. In order to do a love spell, apparently there has to be lust involved because nothing with them is pure. It's not a prayer for love. It's just, it's a ritual to dominate and to flip and claim things. We've got natural disaster in the reverse. These ones are being warned. It's too late for them to take any action. They're not able to bring any more natural disasters. It's like they're being warned. You better not try to bring any more natural disasters. God is leading you away from your ghost enemies, the dead, who are in body. I'm not talking about those who are over there right now being judged and, you know, moved into whichever next reality they're a frequency match for. But these ones who are still in flesh suits, getting their intravenous fleshes and replacement, you know, in order to keep themselves alive. You got a new career here, a new beginning, gratitude. And so, yeah, this air sign, they didn't even, I don't think they even consummated in the 3D. I don't think they consummated in the spirit either. I think it was a magical, feel good, kind of a love spell, right? And then there was a fake freaking contract from a fake freaking priest forging a marriage certificate so that they could go ahead and put you in the grave, flip you in the south node, hurt you in some way, and then put you in the grave, and then so that this freaking shadow demon can trauma bond with you and snack on you. This narcissist told a lie. Freaking tinfoil hat conspiracy theories, they've been lying, and they announced it. And they said that you were this and that. We've got introvert in the reverse. They could not separate you from the community. This shadow demon snacked on you. They've been calling the divine feminine an appetizer. They're so freaking used to sucking the life force out of divine feminine, whether it be her flesh temple or her womb that is supposed to be bringing forth life or whatever. They've been snacking hard, man. And they've been snacking so damn hard, people can't even have the opportunity to live longer anymore because, you know, they're just, and even if they do live longer, I know society says, hey, we're living longer now, but they're actually sick. You know, people who are old nowadays, they're taking 25 freaking pills and their flesh temple is not healthy at all. It can't sustain life on its own. So you've got a divine love here, letting go, making room for the new beginning on its way now. Blissful relationships are together. Power couples are together, letting go of this shadow demon, this crap, you know, wanting all of the babies to be sacrificial lambs so that they could, what? Replace the fluids of their body and extend their lives. Get younger. Oh, look, God just gave us a present. Here, let us chow. Prideful people. They can go F off. This is a South Node tribe. They work in the shadows. South Node Page of Cups is doing irresponsible things with pets, trying to restore balance in their life. They're waiting for this. They're playing around, horse playing around, trying to get a reunion with you. They want to get back in your good graces, but they need to be balanced. And they're trying to steal the life force and probably suffering and pain of this poor little pet. Collaboration. They want to collaborate. So they're horse playing around. They're trying to make themselves balanced. They don't want you to pick up on their irresponsible immaturity. They're trying to cloak themselves in the life force of this pet. Two of Cups are coming together in connection. Expect to hear from them soon. Somebody's not happy about you receiving this fortune. You didn't take any shortcuts. They lied. There's evidence. There's proof. You did not take any shortcuts. They lied. You've got a victory here, a freaking victory. They put you on the impossible life path. You were not supposed to come out of it. Like myself, like many of you most likely, you have had events and circumstances in your life which you thought may have supposed to end your life. And who's to say that it didn't? Who's to say that God didn't put you on the fast track? Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, all wrapped up into this life. It's like, whoa, man, I should have died in that crash. Well, who's to say you didn't? Maybe you did. And you were reborn on a different timeline, and then you had to go through some other challenging feats and graduate through that as well. For me, there's been at least 3. God is like, I'm not letting you go. You're going to have to go experience this suffering, experience this pain, experience this intensity, because I'm bringing you home and you need to be patient. And stop degrading yourself by feeding into this beast, which your anger and your rage and your sorrow fuels. It makes them stronger, and you don't want to make them stronger. You want to get stronger, so you can't allow yourself to be affected in that way by this stuff. As vile and as hurtful and as terrorizing as it can be. I mean, at some point, like these movies, everybody watches these movies where, you got shoot 'em up, people are hurting each other, unaliving each other, robbing each other, stealing from each other, blowing everything up. I mean, nuclear war, all this crap, doomsday stuff. And that's why when you go out on the street and you see somebody doing something that you see on a movie on a regular basis, RAPing, stabbing somebody, shooting somebody, it's like, oh, it's just like, it's like a movie, except you're looking at it, without the TV. And they have really desensitized the consciousness of society by cramming this brutality down their throats and labeling it entertainment. They lied about you dying. You were not dead. They had transferred your essence through a freaking, some sort of a door. What do they call that? Some sort of a psychological door. Like they flip you into soft mode and then they push you through some psychological doorway that takes away your memories, your identity, your sense of purpose. What are you here for? And then they layer you in the shit that they are. And when they did that, they were certain that you were never, ever, ever going to get your shine on, that you were never going to come back up through that you were never, ever, ever going to ever be seen again. And that they would be able to pretend to be you while siphoning the energy out of your temple while you were stuck in the shadows somewhere suffering. They're going to be dead. They're getting dead. We're not dealing with these who have habitual patterns of doing this kind of stuff anymore. The Creator says no. You weren't fighting with them. You weren't trying to unalive anybody. You were just persevering through the torturous nastiness. So you're getting the foundation, and it's happening real soon. There's joy, there's happiness here within the community here. You are successful. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. You are somebody's wife, whether it be here in 3D or in God's kingdom with this eternal love. And you could be having eternal love with another unicorn. Take it as it resonates. But your person knows that they lied about you being dead, or that you were even fighting with anybody or trying to unalive anybody. You were supposed to be here to elevate relationships into a higher state and status. And instead, they unalived you, took all of those resources and squashed everybody. Made them beg and plead and do shitty, shady things for a little tiny bit. All they had to do was be a good little servant. Bend over and take it anytime they screwed up, according to these jackwagons. They were not made in the image of God. And if they were, something bad happened. They genetically altered themselves or something, because they lost all forms of empathy and they lost all capability of being a true leader. Of wives, of children, of families and communities. They just like to read from a teleprompter or some kind of script. Daydreaming. So, look, you could be a teacher, or maybe you are the teacher of love. You are the love. You're the wife. You're the sweet. Damn it. This jackwagon got a hold of this sweetheart here, who is here to teach people about love. You're the teacher of love. You were here to teach people how to properly love, and you got a hold of some jackass that didn't have any love in them, and rather than love you and create good memories, they fed you to a freaking shadow demon and trauma bonded you. And now they want to come up and ask for forgiveness, you know, for all this crap. It's like you're the one who has to say that they're forgiven, but God is like, no, God already said, you are not giving it back. You will not give any of this stuff back to these people who were so cruel. And how many youth over the centuries did they lead down this path of incoherence, this path of brutalizing the feminine, the mothers to be, and the children that came from them? So this jackass tricked everybody into thinking that that was the way to be gods and godly. What the hell is wrong with them? Didn't they have a soul? Wasn't their soul speaking to them? Friendship. You're committed to friendship. Maybe your friendships are committed to you. We've got congratulations. There could be a whole network of people that are congratulating you. Luck is on your side. You manage yourself really well. Lots and lots of stuff you got going on. But this servant can't tap your imagination anymore. They can't tap into your intellectual property. This stuff that connects you to source, to the Most High God, Goddess, creators of all that is. Those who gifted you the wealth and the ability to raise people because you are love. You're getting a new family tree. You're getting a new family tree. These ones were trying to curse you, or maybe they cursed them own selves. The divine or God stated that those who wish to delay the purpose of others will delay their own inheritance. They have cursed themselves and their whole bloodline. Some coach, some bad teacher, teaching people how to be successful, but success doesn't come from thieving and being irresponsible. In order to gain success, you kind of have to have a little bit of responsibility. And all these ones had is brutality and forgery, script, and stolen identity. They want to apologize. This is the conclusion. Your family that you care about and that cares about you is receiving the fruits of your labor. Those who strategized against you and fouled your mind, trying to get you buried in hell, in insanity. They took a bribe, trying to get your reward, and now they're getting rejected. They're going through withdrawals because you were the source of calm. You were the source of happiness. You were the one that could have showed them the way. And now they're all stressed out because of what they did, what they were taught to do by this jackass that martyred his wife, the woman, the goddess that was here to elevate them, to teach them, to show them, to support them, to give the energy of love in all ways. And that's not lust, that's not perversion, that's just not free falling effing everybody. That is pure, honest love, integrity, faithful, loyal, supportive. These ones are in a nightmare. They're in a freaking nightmare because you persevered through every horrible thing that they did to you. And now they're furious and they're stubborn. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They got to stop messing with the sweethearts, because God is saving them, showing them mercy, lifting them up out of this realm, and these ones cannot take them back. It's over. There's a guarantee. You're out of here. They can't trap you. They keep trying. They're hurting beautiful pets who actually love them, hoping to bring balance to their life. They think the way to bring balance to their own life is to steal and torture the life of a beautiful little creature that is there to be cared for. What a piece of shit. These ones bullied you, trying to get your gifts, but you are okay and stable, and it's gonna, like, now it's time for you to go get your business, get your beautiful eternal love, your promise of loyal love, and, you know, teach people what that means to be relaxed, to get inner peace, to create that in your relationships and within yourself. And the problem with these ones is that they drive software programming through the biological transmitter receiver, and they run this soap opera through the mind all day long, so that telepaths will look at your personal energetic signature and say, look, they're insane, look, they're insane, look, they're insane, look, they don't like themselves, look, they don't like themselves, look, they're angry, look, they're angry. And it's not that at all. It doesn't line up with the heart. It doesn't line up with the soul. It's a freaking soap opera running through the transmitter receiver, and it's annoying, man. You know how difficult it is to try to be happy when you got some jackass running a freaking soap opera of chaos through your mind? These ones are protesting because they fell into their own damn trap, and it serves them right. You're getting family, you're getting a marriage. It's a vow. It's a beautiful vow. You've got God there in spirit, and you've got your counterpart right there with you. You getting it, and that's justice. That is justice for all of the magic, the death magic that these ones have put upon you. A blessing. They're bound to their commitments of conflict. They're bound to their commitment of horror and lack. Your alliances are casting them away. They got to get the hell out. They got to go deal with sickness and loneliness on their own. You don't even care. They got to go learn how to love them own selves, because they've lost yours. They've lost access to those who have self-love. They can't drain it out of you anymore. Your self-care. They can't tap into your mind and steal your happiness from you and your wealth, leaving you in lack and instability, with not enough, reliant upon welfare or food baskets, because they've taken everything. They're sick because you've reached your goals, and they don't know what to do because they're losing their gifts, their sight. They can't spy on you. They can't get into your mind anymore because you triumphed over the dominator, the dictator. And they're frightened now, paranoid, because they're at risk. They're having accidents. They're at danger. These people, they're praying that you'll compromise with them. Hey, but you're getting ready because you are a good moral human, and you're making preparations to get on down the road. You're leaving the third wheel enemy to their fate of confinement. They're losing their freedom. They're going away for working against you. It's just crap. While you reach your goals, you're going on an adventure, and you're going to have sweet dreams. Those who tried to rob you are mentally disturbed. They could be having supernatural experiences in the home. And it's a miracle. You are a miracle. You've got that bright white halo. You've got that powerful solar plexus energy. You are a sun shining brightly in the world. You know? And you know what happens when sunlight hits the seed, right? It grows fantastically. So when you walk around in the community and you've got this beautiful, happy, sunny glow, and you're full of love, and you're balanced and harmonized within yourself, the energy gets on everything. You're a blessing. You're not out here causing disaster for anybody. Even though they laid a crap ton of disaster upon you, curses upon you, even though they were wearing masks and doing horrible things, wearing your energy, you're still balanced and harmonized. In fact, more so because of all of the adversity. There wasn't just one shadow demon doing curses on you, hexes on you, voodoo on you. This was a worldwide thing. Some people were going to Jamaica. There was a lot of people talking about Jamaica, Africa. What was another one? Argentina. People all over the world, man, trying to curse you. You don't even know who these people are. But it's a proxy war, see? And these people, they know how to tap into the field of consciousness, and they know who is a bright, shining sun and star. They know what your energy is because they need it and feed on it in order to extend their lives. It's a source of food, of sustenance. But not anymore, I don't think. They're drowning. They're going under here. They can't tap into your mind anymore. They can't affect your imagination. They can't sabotage you with this competition. These fraudulent death certificates trying to steal. It's a service that this doctor offers people. They file false death certificates. Just like some of those priests, you know, they marry like little children to full-grown adults. Why? So that they can what? Steal their spiritual inheritance, their happiness, their joy, their opportunity to birth a bright and shining sun or star in the world. They claim it before it even has a chance to figure out how to cook for itself. Jerks. They're grieving. They're grieving. They're trying to do love spells on you because you are love. But you remember what the hell this is, and maybe they're remembering you. They've lost hope. They don't know what to do because you're a unicorn and you're coming into eternal love. They're grieving. It didn't work out the way that they had planned. No, it didn't. You can't get eternal love with a starseed freaking unicorn who's special beyond your ability to see it or know it. I don't think they deserved you. I don't think they deserved an opportunity to be with you. Because they're an empty vessel, an empty cup. They had nothing to offer in the first place. They had addiction problems. They were reckless, careless. All they could do is speak proper words. You're being fierce with them. You're being aggressive with them. Because this is a snake who neglected you and stuck you in a freaking crazy drama. Having a great time out there with his bros and his hoes. Narcissist creating conspiracy theories around you, you know, while his people dressed up in your energy, wore your face, and did all kinds of nasty stuff. They tried to tell your spiritual spouse or God that you were dead, that you were dealing in death. But you are love and you are life. They made life very, very rocky for you. Very, very tough. You've got eternal love here. You've got divine love, and you're with your spouse or your partner. There's the wife card here. So you are the teacher of love. And these ones covered you in the blame and the shame of their orgies, of their blood sacrificial whatever with pets, with the animals, and with other people. Obviously, they worship death. Everything that they have comes from somebody else's demise and forced failure while being loved. They didn't want to build with you. They just wanted to take what you had and to build with. And then they spent it all. And then they needed to go out and find another freaking target because they're irresponsible and incapable of actually generating anything worthwhile. Facing it. Pride, ego. It's not right. They weren't telling the truth. They got to face it. They got to go F off. They played in the shadows. They stuck a lot of light-bearing people, God and goddesses, babies, were fed to this shadow demon. And they're not happy about the animals either, that are on a daily rotating slaughter. We got burned. It could be, you know, these ones who are collaborating against you, horse playing around you. They're doing something with this pet, trying to get balance in their life. They're waiting. They're horse playing around, trying to get back into your energy. They want to collaborate, but they got burned. They're burned. Their collaboration got them burned is what it got, because they lost. Their collaboration, who they collaborated with, forced them to lose, and they're getting burned, or somebody's getting burned. But you got this Two of Cups connection, and you're going to hear from them soon. It's not funny. Somebody doesn't think it's funny that you got this fortune, and you didn't take any shortcuts, and there's evidence of them lying about you. They were lying. They wanted your fortune, and they didn't get it. This is ending. It's over. It's over. You're in your chariot. You've got a victory over this. Everybody knows you've got control. They lied. Somebody lied about you taking part in death, delivering death, being dead. You weren't a soldier dealing in death. It wasn't you. It was a stupid mask wearer. Wearing your energy in your face. Framing you. Creator knows it. Creator knows. This wife is the teacher of love. She was the one who was teaching love, and they cursed her, hexed her, voodooed her, red rummed her over and over, RAPE'd her in terrible ways throughout the centuries. Defiled and degraded and shattered her soul and her spirit over and over again, treating her with such disrespect. Dime a dozen. These arrogant, childish hoe bags. It makes me so sick every time I hear somebody reading a script and receiving applause. Of course, I never grew up on television. These people are childish. Freaking childish. Mask-wearing bullshit artists, filing fraudulent documents, death certificates, framing suicides with cadavers that aren't even you, so that they can take your freaking house, but they need a relationship first. Thieves in the highest degree, men pretending to be made in the image of God, doing this stuff. Can't stand them. And there's so many of them. They had everybody convinced this was the way. Brutalize the mother, treat her like a whore. This is the way to get rich, man. Shit on love and the teacher of it. You're emotionally exhausted from dealing with everything now, and you deserve a break. You have an understanding of what these childish people were doing. They were daydreaming about being you. They were messing with your mind. You have an understanding of that. You are the mother, the wife, the teacher of love. And they put you through that psychological doorway of this sacrificial stuff. Like many of you took knives to the heart, like I did. I took many knives to the heart. My Holy Spirit, my spirit, in the dream state, in the astral realm, they stuck so many freaking knives in her. They slit her throat. Like one day, I'm here, I had to put cayenne packs on my throat because they cut me so freaking bad in the spirit. It was terrible. I could hardly swallow. All day, it hurt so bad. And that's what they've been doing to the spirit, so that they could tap into the spiritual inheritance and then leave you without or unstable in the 3D. They were stealing what was meant for you in the spirit. Doing that kind of stuff and then filing fraudulent documents. They were also filing fraudulent marriage certificates. You don't even know any of these people consciously. Unless you do. Take it as it resonates. So you are, there's some negotiations here. You're juggling a whole lot of stuff going on. I mean, there were a lot of narcissists and their mask wearing partners doing this fraud, this fraudulent scheme. Everything's falling apart for them. It's all in ruins. They built it on your suffering. You've got a friendship here, a network committed to this new family. You're being congratulated. These servants of this shadow demon can't tap into your imagination anymore. They want forgiveness. Their needs aren't being met. And that's what says, so earlier I heard, you're the only one that can forgive us. So they're out there trying to tap into your mind and get you to forgive them and take on this connection, take on this that they are experiencing, to forgive their experience and allow them entry and access to your heart space so that you can carry that for them. They're full of anxiety. They don't know what to do. Everything's coming to pieces. They were not telling the whole truth. It was all a lie, and you know it. You're leaving. You're out of here. You're like, I'm out of here, man. I don't want to have anything to do with you. And guess what? They're trying to connect to you, but love is eluding them. Why? Because they keep doing love spells. And love spells are lust spells. There's nothing pure or innocent or honorable about it. It's all pure manipulation and a covering and trying to control the free will of somebody else. And they wrap it all up with this false documentation. To leave you alone and make your life hard because you're the diamond. See, if they can do that, then they got that big diamond and they can spend it and be frivolous with it. They got a long, long road to get what they want because they're stuck in the dark side and they're crushed about it. You're leaving. They need an exit plan. They might try to take themselves out. They broke all of their promises. They're a weed seed. They weren't willing to settle down and be responsible and share a life with you. A wife who was here as a teacher of love. This lustful piece of crap, shadow demon, trauma bonding, POS. He nearly destroyed the world, man. And he had everybody working with him and for him. They all thought it was the freaking way. Everything's crumbling. They built it off of your energy, the energy of the bright, shining, strong ones, off of love. They're guilty of putting many freaking flames, feeding many flames to this shadow demon, playing games with love, sticking them in a crazy drama and then neglecting them. But they did not see this coming. You escaped. And they are at a distance and they have to keep their distance. They are tangled up in this web that they created for you, but they lied about you being dead or dealing in death. You're the wife and lover. Man, you know that there's no greater goal than to love. This is you. Love, 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 teacher of love. Sweetheart, here to elevate relationships that serve higher good. And this jackwagon flipped you into south node and stuck you in a freaking grave. And then sucked the life out of you like a freaking spider for centuries. I'm going to get out of this damn energy. I hope that this brings clarity to something that you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.